Welcome back, guys. Today is Mohawk and Sheridan playing. Welcome back to the coverage of the men's game now. In case you missed it earlier, we had the women's game playing where Mohawk took the game 63 to 56. As for this game, Sheridan is currently looking like a bit of an unstoppable force. 7 wins and 1 losses on the season so far versus Mohawk's 3 wins and 4 losses. So it's looking as if Sheridan will probably be the heavy favorites for this game, and Mohawk should maybe have a chance. We'll see. Mohawk took their last game against Conestoga, so perhaps this could end up being a turning point for their season. We're about to head into game in a few seconds, so let's see how this one ends up going, guys. Tip off will just be in a few seconds here. Now, before we get right into this game, just a couple quick stats. I mean, Sheridan's averaging 93 points per game, while Mohawk is only averaging 83. So right from the start, it seems as if Sheridan's got a little bit of that more offensive punch. But time will tell if Mohawk will be able to compensate that and maybe slow the Sheridan team down or score enough to beat them. And right off the tip-off, we actually ended up with getting knocked out of bounds and Sheridan getting possession. Quick shot. Rolls off the rim and goes out, though. And passes it across the court. Good no-look pass and puts it up. First points on the board for Mohawk there. So far, some great passes have been happening. First shot in the corner. He takes it, he makes it. So far, both teams looking to push that pace and play this as a quick game. Ucho with the pull-up. Just off the front of the rim, though. Sheridan team moving the ball pretty well so far. A lot of cross-court passes, looking for that open man. Not necessarily executing on offense just quite yet, but both teams moving the ball and playing well. And that's a 3 for Mohawk. 5-3 is the score right now. And Sheridan coming right back with a 3 of their own, but it's just off target. Mohawk moving the ball, gets it to the corner. Open shot, open, and 3 points. A steal for Mohawk. And another basket for them. I mean, as I said before, I mean, you know, it's Sheridan looking like the Giants, stars, monsters, whatever you want to call them, of the league right now with that 7-1 record. But you know, maybe it's a bit of a David versus Goliath. Mohawk's gonna come out here and slay this giant. I mean, they're certainly going for the throat so far, jumping out to an early lead. And we're gonna get a foul on the play there. Jordan Martin picked up his first foul there. And we're gonna see Jamal Edwards at the line. Puts up his first, but it's a little bit short. Jamal Edwards has been the star of this Sheridan team so far. And in 8 games, he's averaging 21 points. is right now 3rd in the entire OCAA for points. Mohawk comes right back off of that, off those 3 throws, gets 2 more points. And a contested layup leads to a miss there. Great pass, and he gets fouled on his way up there. So it's going to be Romel Kalura going to the line. Kalura's going to put up his shot here. Makes it. Opening even more of a lead. And the second one goes in. It's 14-3 right now. It's looking awfully reminiscent of the game that these two schools' women's teams played just a few moments ago, where Mohawk took a very early lead in the first quarter. Sheridan pulling a quick substitution, pulling Stefan Simpson out. Sheridan's slowing down a bit here. They've been playing with incredible pace so far, but they're looking to get more of a, and the swat by Milos. A block right on the other side of the court. Milos gets the offensive rebound off of his teammate getting blocked and puts it back up to get another 2 points for Mohawk. It's 16-3 right now. Sheridan's gonna have to fight their way in from behind here. The foul is gonna send. Foul's gonna send Ramar Subban to the line. Great all-around play by Mohawk so far. I mean, there's been hustle on defense, hustle on offense, great passing. Sheridan's had really good passing, but they just are having trouble finding the bottom of the net. First one makes it. We're almost halfway through this first quarter, and Mohawk's got a big lead so far. I mean, if they keep up this great scoring pace, they'll have scored around 30 points this quarter, which, you know, as I said earlier, they're averaging around 80 points a game, so that would already have been almost half of that in the first. They get the ball across half court. Joe with the ball, he drives in, gets it to Milos. Milos with another basket. He's been a great contributor on this early run that they've gone out to. 18-4 right now. Loses his man, drives, and makes the layup. A little bit of style on that play. Sheridan playing a full court press there. But then that ends up with the risk that full court presses your defense set when the ball gets across the court. There's going to be a foul there. Stephen LeMay picking up the foul there. Ball's inbounded. Sheridan looking to move the ball around. And another foul on Mohawk. Looks like it's going to be a second on Martin. Mohawk's cleaning up this first quarter so far, and they haven't had the best start to the season, but they really want Sheridan to know who they are with this early 14-point lead. And another missed free throw for Sheridan. I mean, they've been to the line, I believe this is their third trip, if I'm remembering correctly, and I think they've only made one of them so far. And, you know, when you're in a deficit like this, you can't be missing these free throws. And yet again, another miss at the line. I don't know what's going on. Maybe they just didn't get the best warm up. They're warming up as the game goes along. Who knows? But yeah, we're up to a 16-point lead now, and a steal for Mohawk, bringing it up. Cujo with the ball, passing it around. And Mohawk loses it. Most likely going to be Sheridan ball here. Well, no, it seems as if Mohawk will retain possession. I was mistaken when I said it looks like it's Sheridan ball. Moving the ball around. An interception leading to a steal there. And a travel. A great pass to Cujo in the corner, and he drops it down, but it gets intercepted and heads out of bounds. Mohawk's playing great basketball so far. A lot of team play. Not any one man putting the team on his back right now. And a three-pointer for Mohawk. They're almost up to a 20-point lead now. 19-point lead right this second. And the Bruins have to be panicking at least a little bit. And they're charging. It's just not going Sheridan's way. You can definitely see a little bit of frustration on their faces. I mean, this is the team that the only game that they've lost was a close loss. And they've won all of their other games, so you really have to think that a start this poor to a game, I mean, they're almost 20 points down with only a little bit left in the first. It's just really not going for their way so far. Mohawk's playing great, though. We're actually going to be looking at some replays here. And, I mean, that was just a great play by Milos there. Good use of his body under the basket. I mean, it's just a compilation of great shots from Mohawk here as they've really dug themselves in deep and went with this big lead early. A great block. And an acrobatic layup like that, you gotta show. Mohawk keeping possession here. They're moving the ball around. Cujo puts up the shot, but he's too strong on it. But Mohawk gets the ball back, right back to Cujo. Passes, moving it around. And pull up. Doesn't make it though, off the side of the rim. 4 minutes left in this first quarter. Already almost a 20-point deficit for Sheridan though. Let's see what, oh. Three-pointer for Sheridan there. Almost gets the ball stolen. Great pass from Cujo. A foul. I mean, so far, it's been definitely a Mohawk-dominated game. John Dulmage is at the line here. Gonna try and get those 3 points that they lost on the other side back as he misses his first. You know, the phrase "make him earn it," it's definitely a thing for a reason, as he just had to earn those 2 points and he only earned 1. Sheridan looking to get a good drive into the net. Put up the shot and moving the ball around, looking for it. Sheridan's not able to find an open shot until the very last second there. They added another 2 points. Seems as if Graham just lost the ball there. And a traveling call. Mohawk looking to extend their lead. Scoring has slowed down a bit recently, and 2 more points. That puts it to a 17-point lead for Mohawk. And 2 more points for Sheridan. I mean, it seems as if Sheridan was out of sorts at the start of the game, and now they're getting right back into it. And pull up, and a 3-pointer. 31 points now for Mohawk. They've had an explosive first quarter. Definitely have been making a lot of their shots and making a lot of good plays on offense. Ball almost goes out of bounds. Graham intercepts the pass. He's on the fast break, and he lays it up and in. It's a 20-point lead now for Mohawk. I mean, Sheridan's definitely got to be a little bit rattled. After a lucky bounce, that 3-pointer goes in. Under 2 minutes now left in this first quarter. And Mohawk's looking to get a good lead. And, oh. Another foul being called here. We're gonna have Ricky Morrison at the line. Jordan Martin checking back in for Daniel Graham. That free throw is off. Let's see if he can get a second. And there he goes. Olajuwon coming back in. He's been a great contributor so far. Sheridan looking not their best on the offensive end through a lot of this, but still close. Or not close. I don't know why I said close. My brain took a momentary break for a second there. Still a big lead for Mohawk, even though Sheridan has heated up a bit there, or heated up a bit now. His first free throw is good. And both free throws get made there. Puts the lead to 16. The long pass gets intercepted. Definitely a risky move on that one, but a great potential to pay off if it made it through. Sheridan's on a bit of a roll right now. Corner three. Too strong. They get the offensive rebound. Almost dunks it, but just not enough air under him on the bounce. Almost gets a steal. back committed by Mohawk there. So Sheridan's going to get it. And Sheridan looking for a good shot here. We got 30 seconds left in the quarter. They make it. Mohawk's got enough time for like one more possession. So corner 3 from Milos, and he makes it. He's just on fire this game. 37 points in this first quarter. I mean, this is just an explosion. I don't know. It's just like a flamethrower with the constant offense. Ricky Morrison picking up a foul there. And that is going to send Kenan Danzo Defa to the line. He makes his first. And he's getting ready to shoot his second. And he makes it. Mohawk looks to maybe get a last-second shot off, but the clock runs out. You know, with a 37-point first quarter, you really just got to be happy with that. Now, let's talk a little bit about Daniel Graham. You know, we've been keeping an eye on him on him this season so far. He's averaging 19 points per game, and he's an emerging star in his first season. It's his first year at Mohawk, and you should really keep an eye on him. And so far, you know, he's really been playing well with his duo, his backcourt partner, Jordan Martin. I mean, he's been part of this good first quarter has been his effort on both the offensive and defensive end. I mean, a great, efficient first quarter for Mohawk. They were running good plays, getting a lot of open shots, hustling, and just making what they had to. I think you can't complain if you're a Mohawk fan this game, but Sheridan doesn't look terrible. Like, they definitely still have a lot of potential to win this game. You know, they still put up 22 points. And, you know, you can't be angry with that output. It's not out of their reach just quite yet. They still have 3 quarters of play to go, but with an if Mohawk keeps firing on all cylinders like this, it might just end up with a big blowout. I mean, the lead extended all the way up to 20 points, and that's a lot for this early in the game. And we haven't necessarily seen a lot of points from Kujo Masuka, but it's not as if their star player has, you know, not contributed. He's been a great passer so far, and he's been consistently looking for the open man. All right, we're about to come into the second quarter now, and you know, Mohawk's definitely looking to extend this lead. They're going for the throat this game for sure. Open shot in the corner for Daniel Graham. A little bit too strong. Almost gets the open shot under the net, or offensive rebound under the net. Put it up, and they don't quite get it. Mohawk playing slightly risky on defense, and a charge taken. Means it's going Mohawk. It's going to be Mohawk ball. Mohawk trying to decide who to inbound the ball, and it's going to be Jordan Martin to Masuka. Masuka putting the moves, trying to get past half court. ball right now. Sheridan playing smothering defense right now. It's just really stifling the ball movement. Graham forced to put up the last second shot, and he almost makes it. And a contested layup ends up with another 2 points for Sheridan. They're cutting into this lead a bit as it's now only 13 points. 13 points ahead for Mohawk. Minute and a half into the second so far, and Mohawk still hasn't scored, but Daniel Graham is looking to make that change, and he misses the open layup. Sheridan seems to have tightened up a bit here and is looking to maybe close this gap. Out of bounds, Mohawk ball. Mohawk's definitely been playing extremely well so far this game. Across half court right now. Graham passes the ball. Martin looking for the drive. He drives in, but it's blocked. But they retain possession. Suka gets it in deep into the post. Another basket for Milo. She's just on fire out there. I don't believe he's missed a shot that actually would have counted yet. Sheridan off on yet another basket. Pull up three. And it was so close to going in, but just a little bit off on his aim. Sheridan moving the ball. The Bruins are still having some trouble getting it in. Cujo with the pass. Gets intercepted. The pass under the net. Goes out of bounds. Looking to stretch the defense out a bit here. Some perimeter play. Oh, and if that pass had not been fumbled by Milos, they definitely would have added 2 more points. Sheridan gets 2 points on the other end. We're sitting at a 13-point lead still. Graham sprinting up the court. Lajan gets fouled. Looks like he's going to head to the line. I mean, what more can I say about Milo? She's just been an incredible force under the basket on both ends. He's blocked, I believe, 2 shots already. I don't have the stats in front of me, and he's also made he's added a huge amount of points to his offense, as well as some great hustle under the basket, resulting in a few offensive rebounds. I mean, what more can you ask for from a center? Mohawk trying to play good defense, and they're relatively good. And a contested 3. For Danso Dapa. Mohawk slowing it down a bit on the offensive end. Pass out. 8-3. 43-29 right now. I think he was going to pull up there, but then he ended up faking his man out and driving past him. I made 3 on for Sheridan. Pull up 3. Well, it looks like that shootout's going to come to an end there, as that one was a miss. Yet another pass in the corner, and the Mohawk ball. Mohawk calling a timeout here. You can definitely feel the frustration from Sheridan's coaching staff, though. You know, this extremely seasoned staff. I mean, their head coach, Jim Flack, is in his 28th year of coaching, and two of their assistants, Leroy Casanova, is in his 40th year, and Nick Davis in his 27th year. I mean, they've definitely been in charge of this program for a long time, and seeing their team play like this, especially when they know that they can play much better, you know, you have to tell, like, you can tell that they're very frustrated. Now, as for Mohawk, I mean, they're just playing very good basketball for themselves. They're really going out there and just putting it in the net. They've slowed down a bit after that explosion in the first quarter, but I mean, there's no way you could keep a 37 points per quarter pace up. I mean, I think even most NBA teams would struggle to do that. Martin bringing it up the court. Mohawk looking to get something going, but they turn the ball over. Oof. Parker Brooks using his speed on the fast break there, looking like a blur going from one side of the court to the other. Martin with the ball right now. Gets some space and pulls it for three, but he airballs it. Sheridan's going to bring the ball up the court here. Good pass. And another pass up to the open man. Suka picking up a foul there, though. With this lead shrinking at a slightly alarming pace, you know, you have to wonder what Mohawk's coaching staff will really do to possibly fix this, plug this hole, get it going, get their defense back on track. I mean, they're playing pretty darn good defense in that first quarter, but you know, that's just not what you need. You don't need plays like this going scoreless. I mean, another missed jump shot. Dulmich picking up another foul from Mohawk there. A little bit of communication going on between the refs and the coaches, trying to figure out who's subbing in and whatnot. Sheridan bringing it up the court right now. Double team there, but that just leads to a shot for an open man. We're back to single, well, we were already back to single digits, but now it's only a 7-point Mohawk lead. And similar enough to the Mohawk women's game that just happened. It was a great first quarter for Mohawk, and Sheridan counter-punching in the second quarter, making that lead a lot smaller. And now Sheridan is playing their high-octane offense, which leads them to 90 points a game. Getting quick enough shots down the court, and a missed layup. Very little amount of testing on it, and a foul is going to send Romar Subban to the line now. I mean, it's definitely got to be a bit of a disappointing quarter for Mohawk. They played so well in that first, and all that momentum that they build is just come crumbling down. Mohawk seeing their deficit or their lead slowly fall away has gotta hurt. They're gonna have to keep fighting. And Aiden's first. He makes his second. Graham bringing it up the court. That's out of bounds. Sheridan getting possession. 2.5 minutes, a little more than 2.5 minutes left in this first half. And, you know, it's definitely a worrying second quarter. I mean, maybe at the start of the game, Sheridan was underestimating Mohawk a little bit. And, you know, now they've adjusted to how their expectations should be. You know, let's look at some replays as to some of the stuff that's happened so far in the second quarter. I mean, Morrison just lost the ball there, which is great defense from Romar. You know, a lot of three-pointers have just gone in, and Sheridan's been getting out on that break and getting their shots up quick. I mean, this run during the second quarter for Sheridan has been quite impressive, at least in my own opinion. I think it's really a sign that they have a good chance of coming back in and, you know, winning this game. Coming out of this timeout, I mean, you definitely have to worry about what this could bring for what could end up happening for Mohawk. Another fast break. Malajin picking up a foul. Edwards at the line. He's slowly making his way up there in points. You know, he's been a good contributor for the Sheridan squad so far today. He's one of their stars. And they missed that second free throw. Kind of big screen by Malajin there. And a three-pointer. Puts it back up to a 7-point lead. Sheridan moving the ball great, but this three-pointer not strong enough. They get the offensive rebound. Great, they're keeping with that trend of great ball movement and a contested layup that just can't quite go. Expect the acrobatic move. Technical, the head coach of Sheridan was actually just issued a technical foul there. Daniel Graham is going to take the technical free throw. Mohawk gets another point on the board from that technical free throw. And we're going to get right back into the action here. Ricky Morrison inbounding the ball. Graham on a great cut. That's another 2 points for Mohawk. 51 to 41 right now. I mean, Sheridan may have won the battle this quarter so far, but Mohawk is certainly winning the court. Almost a block. Or almost a dunk, but he's heading to the line. Definitely a lot of frustration from Sheridan on that one. I think that foul was unjustified, and Rick Morrison's about to put up his first free throw, and he makes it. Tack on another point to that lead. And here is the second one. And despite hitting the front of the rim, ends up going in. Sheridan moving the ball around. Out of bounds, Mohawk ball. So far, this has been a pretty fast game. With a lot of pace, just trying to match each other. But Stephen LeMay picking up a foul there. So it's going to go right back to the Sheridan Bruins here. This Bruins team is definitely fighting their way through it. They're trying to get back into it after that poor first quarter. The pull-up shot is good. Great pass. An interception on the second pass there. Layup is off. Jamal Edwards with the ball right now. Sheridan couldn't quite get the second effort to go in there. Graham moving up the ball, up the court, passes it, air ball. And Sheridan gets 2 points on the other end after that fast break. Mohawk is running to call a timeout. Milos with a good screen, open shot. And that's the end of our first half. Current score is 53 to 46. Mohawk out to a lead. I mean, it's slowed down in that second quarter, but they were definitely clicking extremely well in that first quarter. I mean, you gotta wonder what our next step for winning or for both teams will be. And you know, it's just been a great game so far. Both offenses playing very well. Going into halftime, it's been a very intense game with Mohawk taking that early lead. And they've managed to hold on, giving them a pretty good lead going into the half. I believe it's 7 points. But Sheridan is still definitely a force to be reckoned with. I mean, after that early deficit they had, they've come back to only be 7 points down. And let's see if they can make a serious comeback next half, or if Mohawk will hang on to their lead and end up taking this game home. All right, so we're gonna leave for our halftime. Stay tuned. We'll get back to you with our second half in just a little bit. Mohawk and Sheridan game. I'm your commentator, Nick Henriquez. You know, it's been a pretty close game after that second quarter, with, you know, Mohawk being ahead by 7 points. Sheridan is definitely the favorites of this game, so it's a little bit of an upset so far. Right now, the leading scorers for both teams is Nick Campbell with 14 for Sheridan, and Milos Mladen with 14 points so far for Mohawk. So they're definitely neck and neck. We'll keep an eye on that and see who finishes with more points at the end of the game. But it's definitely been a strong showing for both teams. I mean, just going back to it, we had that 37-point first quarter for Mohawk. And we're going to start right off with a offensive foul leading to Mohawk getting the ball on the second possession of the second half. Almost fumbles the pass, gets it to the corner though. It's a pull-up three, doesn't quite go. Sheridan puts 2 points on the board, 5-point lead. Mohawk moving the ball, looking to get it under the net. Milos misses. So it's going to be a foul, sending Dunso DePot to the line. Been a pretty good contributor, scoring 9 of Sheridan's points so far. Looking to, cut more into that lead that they have. Hopefully score some points and lead this Sheridan team to victory. Pull up three, off its mark though. Sheridan pushing it up, or Mohawk pushing it up, excuse me. Joe with the pull-up, but he misses. Oh, never mind. The high bounce, and it comes back down and goes right through. Sheridan moving the ball, looking for that open shot, and goes out of bounds. Mohawk ball. Sheridan's play so far this quarter has been kind of erratic. Some really good plays and some really not as great plays, I'll say. Mohawk trying to get close to the hoop. Yeah, and Cujo with the pull-up three. And another high bounce leads to a second three in a row for Cujo Masuka. And then Masuka picks up a foul there, holding. Sheridan's going to keep possession here. Sheridan moving that ball around. And another charging foul. I believe that's the third so far this game that's been called. Great defensive positioning to, allow for them to take those charging fouls. A little bit of calling, communication between the refs here before we inbound the ball. Mohawk definitely just trying their best to keep their lead going and keep it as strong and big as possible. They're playing pretty good defense so far in this second half. We're only 2 minutes in though, so anything's subject to change. A lot of communication happening between the refs, so just give it. Just a correction for something I said earlier when I said Masuka picked up the foul. It was actually on Jordan Martin. Another foul happening. It's going to be a foul on Danso DePa for holding. Daniel Graham with the ball right now. Mohawk with a lot of off-ball movement. Martin looking to get past his man. Some moves. Milos pulls up a little bit too strong, but once again, another lucky bounce. I mean, Mohawk's looking like Kawhi Leonard on the last shot of the Philadelphia series here. An open three for Sheridan, but they can't. They're off target, and it's out of bounds, going to Mohawk. I mean, they gambled on that defense play by letting. In a kind of confusing move, it seems as if Jordan Martin tried to run when he was supposed to be inbounding the ball there. Definitely a mental mistake, which is going to result in a turnover for his team. Sheridan looking to move the ball. And a pull-up three from Jamal Edwards is good. He's definitely been quiet this game. You know, he's one of Sheridan's leading scorers and third in points per game in the league itself, so you would think he'd be having a great game. But everybody has quiet nights every once in a while.
Defend. Shooter, Jordan.
Now, Sheridan with more great ball movement, getting it around the perimeter. They get it in a bit deeper. And then Sheridan loses it. Mohawk trying to push it up the court, get some good tempo going. Suku passes it cross court, and Graham with the pull up, and he makes it. There's another 2 points onto that Mohawk lead, putting them back up to 11 points. And that's 2 points for Sheridan. Now, I mean, Mohawk's on pace to pass 100 points. Foul on Sheridan. They seem to disagree with the call, though. Jamal Edwards arguing his cause, saying that he definitely did not foul there, but Mohawk's gonna keep possession here. I feel like these refs aren't very likely to overturn their calls, but when are refs ever really willing to do that? Now, a foul is going to cause a turnover here. Sheridan's going to get the ball back. Stephon Simpson with the ball right now. They're passing it around. Edwards definitely thought about pulling up there, but he didn't. Another basket for Sheridan, cutting into that lead. Mohawks moving the ball around, and they end up turning it over. They have they're running the real risk of losing their lead at this point. And the shot goes up, doesn't go in, but he's heading to the line for two. This is Nick Campbell at the line. He's gonna look to make his shots. Yeah, Sheridan's Nick Campbell is actually right beside Jamal Edwards in terms of the stars. scoring a 21-point game per game average after a total of 8 games with this team so far this season. Now, Campbell's been known to score himself some fouls while on the court. However, he sits at 14 personal fouls so far this season, so he's in a bit better, he's in pretty good control there. So, I mean, that's less than 2 per game, so. Mohawk not getting it to go on that last possession, and now Sheridan on the fast break, leading to yet another foul. Now he's going to put up his first here. And it rolls off the rim. And let's see if he'll get a second. And it's up and in. Sheridan's not been the best at the line. I mean, in the first half, they shot 8 for 14, which, you know, they're called free throws for a reason. They're supposed to be free. They seem to have been making it a bit better recently. Sheridan with the ball here. Sheridan moving the ball. Pull up 3, and it's good. Great score for Parker Brooks there. Suka with the pull up 3, and gets those 3 points right back. Mohawk's been a little bit cold. Slowed down a little bit recently in this game. A pull-up 3, and it's just a shootout right now. Going back to back to back on 3-pointers between the 2 teams. Dale Graham pushing it up the court. A little spin move, but he's off on his shot. Drove into a too much defense. Corner 3 from Parker Brooks, and that ends that little 3-pointer run that Sheridan had there. Mohawk's only up 2 now. Pass is almost intercepted. Pull up, and that is the shot from Pelura. Mohawk trying to play as tight defense as they can. Stopping this high-powered Sheridan offense from getting a lead. Oh, and the ball actually gets stuck on the net there. It's gonna be 2 shots here at the line, though. Jamal Edwards heading there. You know, he actually did not get a single field goal to go in the first half, but it seems as if he's heating up a bit here now. This third quarter has actually treated Sheridan quite well. You know, they've cut their 7-point lead down, but they're still not tied. Still a little bit down. And some more points on the board for Sheridan. 66 to 69. It's a 1-possession game. Jordan Martin picking up 2 points there. A foul is going to send Mohawk to the line for an and 1.
Okay, points are good. Fouls on 3 float, pushing. It's 2 shots.
Omar Subban picking up the foul there. Cisse coming in for Sheridan right now. Delmage about to take this free throw. Puts it up, and it's good. Nice 3-point, possibly nice possible 4-point play here. I'm not sure exactly the reason why he got 2 free throws despite Jordan Martin making the basket. Oh wait, no, I answered my own question. It's a foul off the ball. And let's see where Mohawk will go from here as Sheridan makes that basket. Suka with the ball right now. Pulls up despite the hand in his face. And a steal and a holding foul. Mohawk talking this out a little bit. That's actually Jamal Edwards' 4th foul. Definitely not a great game for him, and you know, you really got to feel that like maybe that could end up being a major contributor if Sheridan ends up losing. And Sheridan is definitely not happy about Mohawk getting this lead. They're playing aggressive. We've seen a lot of fouls so far this game, and they don't seem to be stopping anytime soon. I mean, I can't even count how many times Mohawk has gone to the line this half so far. You know, they shot 11 in the first half, and they've already got quite a few here. You know, that's definitely contributing, but I mean, both teams are getting their fair share of free throws. It just so happens that Sheridan is struggling a bit to put them in the net. This Bruins team is very strong. They're looking to keep showing that. But it doesn't seem as if it's going to happen this game. It's definitely been a high-octane game in general, as both teams are pushing the pace on offense and scoring a lot. Pull up 3, and it's too weak. It hits the front of the rim. And blows by his man. Gets it in, and 1. It's on the ground. It looks like that spill might have hurt a bit. We'll see if we can get an update on if he is okay in a second. He's still on the ground. Seems as if he fell on his elbow there. He hurt himself a lot. Definitely not something you like to see in a basketball game ever. Both teams are currently discussing. He's still on the ground, just as an update. His coaching staff is over to check on him, as well as their medical, their team medical person. He's getting up. Definitely seems shaken up. He's walking over to the bench right now. So they're gonna have somebody else shoot for him. Definitely took a serious spill there. Saban's definitely gotta feel not great about that. DePot taking the shot here. Puts his first, puts it up, and it's good. 74-70 right now. Morrison gets it to Mladen. Suka by the foul line, gets it back out to Morrison, and Morrison gets fouled. Morrison's gonna head to the line here. There's definitely been a lot of fouls this game. And he makes his first. the second. And it hits the back of the rim, goes out. And we're heading right back to the line as a foul was called on Sheridan there. Ricky Morrison going to take 2 more. Puts up his first. Oh, actually only 1 more. Sheridan moving the ball, trying to get it in. And offensive foul. DePat picking up the foul. Used his body a little bit too much to create space there. Suka almost fumbled the pass there. Off that interception, it went out of bounds, and Mohawk's going to keep possession. Jordan Martin catches the long pass, but it was a bit too high, so he lost all his momentum going to the net. Another 2 free throws here for Mohawk. I mean, Sheridan's definitely got to calm down on the defensive end. They're just bleeding points at the free throw line right now, and it's not pretty. And the first one's off. Something you don't usually see from Martin. He's pretty solid at the line. Puts up the second one and makes it. Sheridan moving the ball. That's a clean drive. It even goes up and under, but he can't get it. And despite them getting their offensive rebound, they can't get it anything to go. But they're going to head to the line for 2 shots. Due to how close they were together, I can't exactly tell who's heading to the line. It looks like it's going to be Nick Campbell. He's going to get 2 shots here. He puts up his first and makes it. If he makes this, he can cut it down to a 4-point lead for Mohawk. We got 30 seconds left before we head right to the 4th, and it's a close game right now. 4-point lead for Mohawk. Martin looking to pass the ball there, and he gets it to Graham. Back to Martin. Thought about pulling up, but he didn't have quite enough space. Suka driving. And more offensive foul, never mind. Makes a shot, but they're heading the other way.
No foul.
9 seconds left in the quarter. And pull up. Doesn't quite make it on that last shot. And going into the 4th quarter, it's 77-73, and Mohawk is still holding on to a slight lead. Sheridan caught up to them, but they can't seem to just quite get past them. If Mohawk keeps this energy up, they may secure another win for their team and get back to 500 and defeat this great Sheridan team. Now, as for what I'd like to see from both teams, I think Sheridan's had a great time, great shot from outside so far this game, so I think it would be a good idea for them to keep trying to get open three-point shooters, and they've been succeeding at that quite a bit. Their ball movement's been great. As for Mohawk, I think that they should just stick to the game they're running right now. Now, for some replays, a nice corner three leading to a shot there, and then it's a great charge to be taken there. And a lot of good defense has been played in this game so far. I mean, there's been some great charges. Like, definitely, just being in the right position at the right time and knowing when to just drop so that you can get that foul on. And it's coming from both sides too. I mean, this Sheridan team is down right now, but they're certainly not out, and they aren't taking this lightly. I mean, they're 7-1 for a reason. They have a lot of talent on this roster, and they're really looking to push for it and, take this game. Now, Mohawk, despite being the underdog in this, just purely based off of records, is coming out here and fighting, giving their best shot that they can. They aren't going down without swinging. And, that big first quarter lead is really, really coming back as a big reward. Like, they are just keeping this lead. And it's just really a good sign for Mohawk. They've been at least keeping up pace with this team, because that's all they have to do for one more quarter. And I would just actually like to point out how eerily similar both of these first and second games of today have been between the men's, or between the Sheridan and Mohawk women's teams earlier today, in which, Mohawk took a huge lead in the first quarter, but then ended up slowing down quite a bit, and ultimately ended up coming away with the victory. But we're gonna have to see who's gonna win this game. Fast shot right off the start of the quarter, but Graham can't quite make it. Ricky Morrison tried to be a little crafty there and forced the ball into the Sheridan player before it went out of bounds, but that's a risky play and doesn't always work out. Martin tried to take a charge there, but couldn't, and then he rises up for a great rebound. Graham gets it up to Valera. Seems as if Mohawk's going to keep possession here. Ramar Subban checking in after that big fall he took. You got Campbell checking out with 4 fouls, so definitely has been a bit risky with his defense today. They're just cleaning up the court a bit. Seems as if there was a bit slippery there, so they just wanted to fix that up. Valera inbounding it. He gets it out to Ricky Morrison. Drives into the corner for Kalura. He's short on it, and Sheridan grabs the rebound. Sheridan looking to get some points here, cut into this lead. Brooks puts it up, but he doesn't quite get it. Sheridan's definitely been having some foul trouble this game. That's just something I'd want to point out. Long pass out. They get it to him, and he's at the net, but Simon just can't quite get it to go, but he's going to head to the line for 2. 74-73 still. No points so far in this fourth quarter. It's definitely anybody's game right now. With these 2 free throws, if he makes both, he can cut this lead down to 2. Makes makes his first. And the second one goes up, and it's in. Mohawks playing some good basketball, and Martin with the drive to the hoop, resulting in a contested layup that goes in. Pull-up three. Doesn't go, but Brooks with an offensive rebound, but he's short on his shot. Up the court to Martin. Stops and pops for a three, but it does not quite go. Brooks out on the fast break, and you're not catching him. That guy's really fast. He had a full head of steam headed to the hoop and almost dunked it. Pulled the chair out from under Dolmage there. Mohawk's going to keep possession here. Now, currently, another foul on one of Sheridan's starters, and just from what I'm overhearing from the bench next to me, the Sheridan coach is a little bit, thinks that a little bit the reffing has been biased Mohawk's way. That's another foul on Sheridan, as Jordan Martin's legs got taken out from under him. Tayshawn King coming in for Sheridan as Ramar Subban comes out. Mohawks played a pretty complete game so far. Pull up three, but it's off. Sheridan pushing up the court. Crossover can't quite get past it. And that's going to be a foul. He doesn't get continuation though. Mohawks looking to get a stop here. Keeping it close, 79 to 77 right now. If a three-pointer goes in for Sheridan, you know, that's their first lead of the game since the beginning. Milos with the rebound. Mueller got it out of the... Martin with a great hesitation to get Brooks off of his feet. It's a really smart play by Martin right there. And there we go, and one. Sheridan definitely still competing. They're only down two, potential of cutting it down to just a 1-point lead. Suka's about to check back in, I believe. Mohawks definitely getting close to throwing their lead away, but they're still playing with a lot of heart and hustle and keeping it close, making sure that they get their points. And he makes his first, or makes his only free throw actually, so he's made one. Mohawk getting across the half court. Pass over to Milos. He pulls up, and it just bounces off the rim. That's definitely not the kind of luck you want to see. That floater didn't go in. Mohawk bringing it back on offense. Suka with the pull-up. He's off. And that's going to be a foul on Milos. Sheridan's possession. They're gonna have Tayshawn King inbound it. Dulmage is coming in, and Milos checking out. Sheridan looking to get some points on this possession. It's gonna go maybe take that lead. Suka with a foul that could just end up putting Sheridan up. Definitely not a favorable situation for Mohawk as Kasim heads to the line to shoot 2. Definitely quite the nerve-wracking situation. But to take his shot, makes his first. It's a tie game now. Sheridan has just clawed their way back into this. And makes both. That's Sheridan's first lead since the beginning of the first quarter. We still have 6 minutes though. And I'll tell you what, Mohawk isn't going down without a fight. Fleur with the ball in the corner, gets it over to Morrison. In the corner, Dulmage, and he's short with an air ball. Just not enough strength on that. Fleur staying in front of his man. And that's another 2 points for Sheridan. They're now up 3. What a great pass over to Ricky Morrison as he cuts the lead down to 1. Open 3. Kasim can't make it though. And an offensive rebound, and it was knocked out of bounds by Dulmage. Looking to get a quick play. And they get it, and it just rolls off the rim. Neil Graham driving in, but it's blocked. That's going to go out of bounds, but Mohawk will retain possession. Mountaineers have Flora inbounded right now. Graham with a quick move to the net and gets it in right off of the inbound. Mohawk back on top with a 1-point lead. See if they can get another stop here. Seems like it's another foul. Dulmage picking up the foul. And we're going to see Dunso Dapa at the line again. The Sheridan team actually has a lot of experience. Multiple players in their 5th years of playing for the program. And Dunso Dapa is not short on experience himself, as he's in his 3rd year for the Sheridan team. Let's see how much damage he can keep in line, though. Seems as if there's another foul, and we're going over to possibly shoot a free throw for Mohawk. Nope, it's gonna be a regular inbound. Ricky Morrison looking for where he can inbound it to. He gets it to Martin, gets it to Kalura. Kalura drives. And it's a foul. He's being ejected out of the game. refs are actually calling to wait for a second. Just talking between the refs. They're just making sure they got the call right. I'm actually not sure about the ejection currently. Number 5 picked up his 5th foul.
5 fouls, number 5. 5 fouls.
It was actually not an ejection, it was just a technical. And it was Cisse's 5th foul of the game. Seems as if there's quite a bit of miscommunication actually going on between the refs, the scoring table, and the coaching staff. So it seems as if there's just a lot of miscommunication happening right now. Number 5 actually only picked up his 3rd foul currently. So just a little bit of disorganization there. Nobody's getting ejected, but there was a technical foul. Daniel Graham at the line taking that shot, and he makes it. We're under 5 minutes left in this game. Still a close one, 86 to 84. That shot doesn't go. Mohawk possession. Mountaineers looking to extend their lead. Valera passes it out to Morrison, who gets it to Graham. Graham with a pull-up shot. It's off. They're headed the other way. Looking to get a good shot. Maybe take the lead here with a 3. They pull up for 3. And they don't make it. They get the offensive rebound. And that's going to be some shots at the line. Jamal Edwards is going to be heading there. A little bit of talking with the coaches, between the coach and the players here. Edwards takes his first, and he makes it. It's now 85-86. Has the potential to tie the game on this second shot. He's on target. Mountaineers are tied right now. Crosses over into a pull-up, but he can't quite to go. Valera just grabs that offensive rebound and takes it up for a shot. Mohawk's definitely playing with a lot of hustle and heart right now. Mohawk, or Sheridan is that's an and-one opportunity. He makes this free throw. Sheridan's back in the lead. Neither of these squads refusing to give up. Just keeping it on the pressure on both ends. Both teams taking an opportunity to just talk a little bit before this free throw. Substitution happening for Mohawk as Mark Wiley comes in. In this close game, you know, you hate to see a close game like this come to the end. You could possibly hope for overtime with just how close this is. I mean, they're tied with 3.5 minutes left to go. puts it up and he makes it. It's another point for Nick Campbell. I mean, I really feel as if he's been the main driving force of this Bruins offense tonight. Martin to the net. His shot is off, but he gets his miss back. Mohawk moving the ball, Wiley with a shot, but he's just too strong on it. Another offensive rebound, and Graham puts it in. That hustle on the board's paying off. And that is a Jamal Edwards pull-up shot. Two pull-up shots, 2 misses. It's just not been his game. Mohawk pushing it up the court. They stall out a bit around the 3-point line. They don't have anyone trying to get in the paint right now. But they're moving the ball. Under the net, Kalura. And he goes up and puts it off the glass for another 2 points to his total. Seems as if there's going to be a foul on Mohawk. I mean, personally, that one seemed slightly debatable as he... Oh. Seems as if it was not actually where I was looking. It was Ricky Morrison picking up the foul. I thought they were giving it to Wiley. Technical free throw there. Shot made by Edwards. And then now we're going to have DePaul heading to the line. It's 90 to 92 right now. Mohawk up 2. And Edwards going to shoot another free throw. And just another point. Edwards shooting another free throw, so I believe that's four now for them. And that ties the game up. Mohawk and Sheridan tied right now. Really looking like it could possibly end up being a rough game for either team if they lose. Wiley with the corner 3, and he makes it. Quick offensive trip for Sheridan, and that's 2 points right back. Certainly an extremely close game so far. Sheridan keeping it close. Long pass to the corner for Morrison. He drives, he puts it up, and it's off the back and up, or out. Foul called, Ricky Morrison heading to the line.
Tell me who last line. You're sure? Hey, come on. Five fouls, 15. All right, go.
Foul for Sheridan. Kasim coming in for the substitution there. Morrison taking his first free throw here. Goes up and in. See if he can get this second one. Gets ready. And second one is good. Keep it close, 97-94. Sheridan puts up a shot. It's Nick Campbell bringing in 2 more points. Just some slight clock adjustments due to a bit of a technical mishap there. Daniel Graham with the ball, bring it across the half-court line. We're under a minute and a half left in this game. A little bit of a fall for Daniel Graham there, but Mohawk staying on offense, and another foul. And that's going to be Ricky Morrison heading back to the line for 2 more shots.
Hey, White! Let's go, bring it in. All right, never mind. Don't worry about it.
Subban coming out and Parker Brooks coming back in. Morrison at the line. Just getting a shot ready. He's had quite a few trips to the line tonight. Off the front of the rim on the first one. 97-96 right now. Ricky Morrison puts up, and there we go. Puts Mohawk up 2. In a close game like this, especially when it's this tight, down to the wire of like the end of the game, you really hate to see a missed free throw like that. Because that could cost your team the game. Sheridan struggling to get a shot up. Brooks ends up having to force up a bad shot, but it almost goes. Mohawk almost loses the ball out of bounds there, but they managed to maintain possession. Martin driving to the hoop, passes it out, and it's a steal for Sheridan. On the fast break, Campbell puts it up, and that's another 2 points for him. He's having a monster game tonight. We're tied up 98-98. It's a timeout for Mohawk. Oh, no, never mind. I thought it was a timeout. No, it was a foul on Mohawk. Oh, there was a timeout. Never mind. Yeah, we're coming right down to the end of the game, and it's tied. At the end of this the regulation for this game, it could end up either team taking it or even possibly going to overtime, and then we've got a couple more minutes on our hands to see, which one of these teams is actually better. It's been a hard-fought game for both sides, and you hate to see a game like this come to an end because it's just so fun to watch. I mean, both teams playing great basketball, great hustle, great heart for both teams. They've really this is just showing the peak of what some high school or college athletics could be in terms of their team play and whatnot. Mohawk has the basketball. It's a tie game right now. Mohawk looking to possibly get it. Graham, they get the offensive rebound. Looks like Mohawk is going to keep possession. Seems as if it's getting a bit rowdy in here as this game's coming down again. Ball's about to be inbounded. Valera gets it into Morrison. Pull up 3 in the corner. It doesn't go. And it's a foul. Sheridan's going to be heading to the line here. Mohawk is in the bonus. Seems as if Kasim has a nosebleed and has stuffed a tissue in there. Never seen that in a basketball game before. Nick Campbell has a chance to ice this game for his team. He misses the first one as the crowd rocks. This is this short of an amount of time left in the clock, you have to look at it and say, hey, like, what can we do? How are we going to run this? Are we just going to go for the 2? I mean, they only need 2 points to win this game. Yeah. They should probably try to look for a cut to the basket or something on this last possession. And now looking at some replays really quick. A great 3 from Graham there. Ends up getting it in despite a hand in his face. Graham driving to the basket. Takes a foul though. And there's that great breakaway from Brooks where he got all the way up to the other side of the court and almost dunked. Now Sheridan up 1 point right now. And if they manage to get the defense on this last play, they can take this home and win. Completing the comeback. I mean, after that first quarter, like, you would have expected just seeing that score. Yeah, Mohawk's probably going to take this. But it seems as if they couldn't quite play that Giant Slayer's role that they set themselves out to do in that first quarter. Martin gets the ball into Graham. They get it over to Martin. He drives in. That's 2 points. 8 seconds left in the game, and it's up. It's Mohawk up 1. And that looks like a foul. Refs are debating. I mean, this is a key moment in the game. 100 points to 99. I mean, anything could happen here. 5 seconds left in the game. I mean, next possession takes it. You know, makes it or takes it. This is coming down to that game, that potentially game-winning shot from Sheridan. Crowd is getting hyped up as they can see their Mountaineers possibly taking this game. They just need one more good defensive set, and it's theirs. It's gonna be a timeout for Sheridan here. You got 4 seconds. I mean, this is winner takes all. This last possession means everything for this entire game. And it's just, you always love to see games come down to the end like this. It's a potential to go either way. I mean, if they can get Nick Campbell the ball and he can get it in, I mean, he's been playing great basketball so far this game. He's definitely been a main factor in how Sheridan was able to get back in this. All right, well, we're coming out of the timeout in a second. Mohawk looking like they're gonna possibly take this. It's gonna take a great shot from Sheridan. Crowd getting hyped up. You can feel the energy in here. Nick Campbell with the ball. He pulls up, and he's off. Mohawk takes the game. And that's it, 100 to 99. In the end, Mohawk played a great game today, and were great competitors against this experienced Sheridan Bruins team. But it just was not Sheridan's night. You know, a famous basketball player once said, "Ball don't lie," and it certainly didn't tonight, as that last second shot didn't go in. It just wasn't meant for Sheridan. In the end, Mohawk came up with that one extra crucial possession and took it home. Yeah, Uh, this has just been a great game so far. Really appreciated both teams' efforts. Mohawk took it home in the end, of course, by 1 point. You really ought to love seeing that if you're a Mohawk fan. They just took out this great 7-1 team and brought the record to 7-2, and now Mohawk is 4-4 on the season, which still gives them a great chance at making playoffs this year. Uh, you know, there's nothing more really to say. Thanks for watching our coverage. We'll see you guys later.